Alright, here we go. Time to go and find Bonemass and kill him a whole bunch. Is the best summary I got on this one. I say a whole bunch, but it's really just like a couple times. Kind of fill up on that. I don't want any more carrot stuff. I don't want any more of that. I'm going to want some muck shake. And I don't want any more of this, but I do want some sausages. I don't think I need to bring ooze bombs with me to fight a bunch of guys that are, you know, poison doesn't hurt them. Anything else I need? Not really. Gonna head to the, you know, I think I decided I'm gonna go get my wood there to make all the arrows with. This is probably the last amount of coal that I'll make before I come back with. Maybe, you know, I was gonna go into that crypt that's close by there. Is there anything I probably need poison pots. I need poison pots anyway. And stamina pots. I need to fill up on my pots. Getting a little low on those, getting low on those. These I don't think are done yet. Nope. And the root armor is on the boat. We're going to need that. The bones are on the boat. You feel cold. For some reason I was thinking it was the morning. One thing I have discovered is that I like getting to Bonemass later in the day instead of getting there first thing in the morning like I have been doing. These fights usually take about a day, a little less than a day even, which means that what's been happening is I get there in the morning, I start fighting, and then just after it turns nighttime, right, and it's about 3:40 in the morning to like 10:40, so 5 hours, so about 19 hours in, 20 hours in, is when, in-game time that is. Do I have a direction on here? I'm just going to do that real quick. Get me a compass, a boat compass, there we go. Always use a carve as a compass. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that trick, but it's a very worthwhile one. Alright. Now I'm ready to take off. Gotta dredge that a little bit better, but it's kind of a pain. So I think my shortcut here was actually the wind's at my back, but it looks like a light wind, so I'm not moving too quickly. Just to kind of sail up along Madagascar here, which is what, to the northeast? Yeah, northeast. Actually, let's be a little brave. Let's go right in here. Now there's going to be this massive island ahead of me here, which I think is actually still part of my island. Now this should be where Elder is. The reason I say I think that's all part of my island is I got lost last night. Just doing a regular run, made a left turn somewhere when I should have made a right turn or something, I don't know. And there's a, I don't know if we'll be able to see it with the sun. Yeah, there's the elder site right over there on this shore. There's a signpost. I thought I was running back to my base way over there. And next thing I know, I'm hitting the signpost. Like I said, it's hard to see with the sun. But it was right over there. And I'm thinking that this is a completely different island. I'm heading the wrong way. And here I am, like 5 seconds away from the elder site. No idea that this was the same island. This island that I started on, I think, is a massive, massive U-shape. Still got the wind, not going to complain. So, I'm going to get a little off good way, but. So, in order to make 1,000 arrows, I need, what? 400 wood? Because it's 8 wood per batch of 20, so 400 gives you 50 batches. 20 wood each gives you 1,000. So I need 800 or 400 wood. This is permadeath, hardcore, no map, no portals. So I gotta kind of source everything locally, usually is the best way to go about it. Yeah, before I get too far, I'm just gonna double check I've got my root armor and the bones, okay. So yeah. So I've got to source everything when I get there. I'll make the arrows. 1,000 isn't so bad. I've got a little base close to the swamp. And I'll probably use about 700 of those arrows during the fight. And right now I'm at level 76, getting close to 77. So if I can fight Bonemass twice, which is what I have the bones for, I don't feel like. I mean, I'm going to be going back into the crypts close by and everything, but word on the street is that level 85 is about what I should be targeting. Anything over that, you don't even really notice the difference. See, like I got that sign right there, right? Little sign just kind of on a different, what I thought was a different island. That's not the one I was on, but for all I know now, this actually could still be my starting island up here. I might have been running into this thing. In fact, who knows? Maybe I have in the past. This island's just massive. Now, I think of the island as massive, but maybe it's commonly that big, and I just, first couple of games I played, it wasn't. But my island, my starting island, is large enough that Haldor was on it. And there was plains, swamp, mountain, black forest, and meadows all on the same island. I was actually pretty terrified the first time I heard the fueling laugh when I wasn't expecting there to be a plains on my starting island. But I imagine there's not too much plains. So and it probably won't happen, but once I kill Motor and I'm ready to start going into the plains, then I might use that as my starting plains. Do I need to wait to kill Motor to go into the plains? Let's say I managed to get into the mountains, get a little bit of silver. Doesn't even need to necessarily be a lot, right? But I get a little bit of silver. Do I get anything by going into the plains? what would I get? Theoretically, I could get like get some barley going, flax maybe. Some cloudberries and barley can be used to make fire pots. But I don't know that I really have any reason in a, hardcore, no portal, no map, permadeath game to go into the frost caves. I don't plan on making like Fenris armor or anything like that, right? If I'm not making Fenris armor, is there anything else that I get? If you know, type in the chat. Is there anything I can get worthwhile from the sunken chamber, the frost caves, that might make it worth in hardcore mode solo going up against the cultists and the elves, which are frickin' nightmares? I don't think so. I don't want the claws. I don't want Fenris armor. I can't think of anything else. The glass stuff is not a big deal, right? I don't need glass. And so if I don't need to go into the frost caves, and plus I don't want to kill bats and activate the frickin' cauldron of stirring nonsense raid, kill all my pigs. Oh, you know what I should do? I should at some point take a little visit to Haldor. I just defeated Bonemass, and maybe he's got some changed, upgraded stuff. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Does Haldor give you anything extra after you kill Bonemass? I've already got the Emir flesh ready for when I get some silver and I'm ready to make a Frostmere. Alright. I hate going against the wind, but if you've ever watched me play before, you know that most of the time I'm going into the wind the whole time. So the fact that I was able to make it this far without going into the wind is pretty astounding, actually. And I think up here I may be making a right turn. Oh no, jeez. Yeah, let's go this way. Although I can cut over a little bit. Get a little bit of wind to give me some. This is actually the island here where I think... See, that's a little base I had at one point when I was searching for swamp. Not even looking for Bonemass, just looking for crypts that I could plunder and get some iron. And this swamp here stunk as far as that goes. But on the other side of the swamp is a little base that I made that's very close to where the Bonemass site is. May not need to go there, but I do need to go there. I want to go there to get the wood, make the arrows. Probably should get some food in me now that it's storming, because who knows if a freaking serpent's going to come and bite me. But I don't think too much further I'll be able to make this left turn and get back into the wind. So far, pretty uneventful. I'm not going to complain. Maybe this is up a little bit further than I thought it would. Now, of course, the real question is, am I right about this being the place to turn? I think so. Oh, wind shifted. Nice. You know I've wind shifted because I'm going to be making this left-hand turn soon. Yeah, there's that little hill that I was looking for with the little thing on the rock, the little wooden house. I always see that as kind of a marker that I'm in the right place. Alright, now I'm good. And I thought this was a little bit narrower too. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think it's nighttime yet. Possible to tell, but don't want to get too close to these shores. There be wraiths around. Man, this feels a lot longer than I remember it, but maybe it's because of the crappy weather just makes it feel longer. Now this, no, this is it. Yeah, there's always a little Leviathan right at the entrance. Alright, good. So up here, I'm going to be making a left to basically go right back into the wind. Might be able to, a little swamp up ahead on the right's where the Bonemass fight is. Maybe I'll kind of try and play this a little, I can go a little bit more this way. Over there, we see that little bit of landmass just past those trees. That's where I'm going to be going to farm my wood. Could get in the swamp, but then you just keep getting annoyed by draugr and skeletons. And you don't get as much wood because you get a bunch of ancient bark, which I need ancient bark. Don't get me wrong. But oh hey, the wind has changed. See that little fire up ahead? That's my landing zone for the Bonemass fight. And away we go. And I do know that during storms there be serpents around here. I don't know if serpents spawn in the same places in storms like they do normally, you know what I mean? Like there's certain places serpents just live, right? And they're always going to be there until you kill them, and then they're never there again. But then you get the, the other spawns. I wonder if what Hildir has ever changes. I might also look into, no, I don't need to. Oh yeah, I'm about to land up on the shore, yeah. I was up there pretty good. I want to go into the swamp. Oh, geez, what am I doing? I'm close to the swamp. There could be leeches around. Of course, now I'm pretty far. Let me double check and see if there's any leeches. Oh, that's a fish. Alright. Yeah, sometimes, you... Ooh. Sometimes you, just forget about the leech, You forget you're close to the swamp, you jump in the water. But the leeches, they wander, man. Okay to take a little bit of damage because I should have a workbench around here somewhere. Some bow practice. Alright, let's get my ship heal, because it's halfway down. And then let's, look at this, a bunch of stuff is spawned. Alright, let's go and chop some trees down. By the time I get done fighting Bonemass, it's gonna look like Paul Bunyan came through here. I should get a rested bonus real quick before I start chopping. It's been a little light, but it's not too bad. Can't get a rested bonus if there's guys around, right? But then I should put a little stairway there. Am I resting? Yeah. Oh man. 400 wood, 3x resources, no portal, no map, hardcore. Permadeath. Gotta be careful. I'm not allowed to die. And you know, I'm not actually very good at this game. So the fact that I've managed to get to a point where I've killed Elder, Eikthyr, Bonemass multiple times each, you know, it makes me feel a little okay about myself. But I have no qualms about what's going to happen when I get into the battle. Like, it's almost guaranteed a wolf is going to kill me. Unless I can really come up with some sort of, like, good strategy for fighting wolves. Or at least protecting myself against wolves. I mean, right now my best bet is to fire arrows, I think. High level bow. Make sure I see him from a distance. Not going to be able to get enough to really make it worth it. You know, it's just they're just tough, man. Apparently the speedrunners have even said, like, for them that's the hard part, right? The hardest part of speedrunning this is not the Mistlands, it's not the plains, it's the mountains. Because the wolves are freaking fast. So I have, what, 150, 160 arrows, something like that. That should get me a lot. 160, that's 20 batches. That gets me a 400. Somewhere in that ballpark. Recharge day or playing hooky. This is a little bit of hooky. Lunchtime hooky. Sorry. Man, I didn't see you there. I thought you were... that's all I can do. Let's put these in the boat. Yeah. Oh, I hate doing that because there's freaking leeches around. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I'm not a speedrunner, so I don't care so much. And I'm definitely not trying to speedrun this. Anybody who's been paying attention to me playing here can tell very easily that that's not on my agenda. In fact, after I kill Motor, oh, you just want to hear the melodious sound of my voice. My fire one out? After I kill Motor, or no, after I kill Bonemass, I said I was going to actually update my base. There's a little island. Well, it's a bigger island, closer to where my little place is, that I'm thinking of taking over and, like, making a larger fortress type of base. I've got a stone cutter. I can make it pretty fat, I think. I don't want all this extra crap, but I do want... Did I, in fact, forget to put all this stuff in the chest? I think I did. I think I was trying to offload some of this stuff. most of it I don't care about, but a little bit of resin for fire arrows never hurt anybody. But ultimately it's the wood that I care about. Hey look, it's a little gang of misfits. Hate to use the fire arrows on these guys, but I don't think I have any feathers here. I could make some more. That's a level 2 workbench. There are a lot of little birds around. See, I have 450 arrows that I made already. If I want to make another 550, that works out to what, like 240 wood or something? Now those things hurt you, man. Don't let those trees fall on you. I've heard of people doing speed runs like this. Not speed runs, but permadeath runs. Hardcore. They're doing all this stuff really difficult, and then they get to some place that they're reasonably safe with or whatever, and then they screw up. They're chopping some trees, and the next thing you know, they're dead. Or one guy was doing a permadeath run, hardcore, this kind of thing, and then he got to a point where he, I might as well just go back. He got to the point where, like, he was building an updated base, had gotten pretty far in the game, like, wasn't really keeping up with his food because he was safe in his base and he was putting on the second floor. Accidentally, like, knocked out, like, a support of the second floor. Fell a long ways and died. I would be furious if I went through all of this and then was just like working on the second floor of the base, which is something that is completely unnecessary. And everybody says, like, responded in the Reddit thread, like, never build a second story on a base when you're doing hardcore or permadeath. Hardcore doesn't matter so much, but permadeath, that's where it's bad. And I felt for him. I really felt for him. And especially because I have one of my bases. It's more of an outpost, but it's on a little island that I first made when I started exploring, called Noiru. Okay, 400. So I'll go grab a little bit more wood, and then I'll probably head over and start the Bonemass stove. Alright, so I can fit 400 in here, which is fine. I'll be able to carry everything else I need. I don't need a ton of other wood, but I do need some for a little bit of construction needs. I'm going to have to feed the bonfire on top of the Bonemass roof. Jeez, is a fir tree that gives you all the core wood? I don't want any core wood at the moment. Just kind of, well, I don't want to deal with that either. Ooh. I don't think there should be leeches in here. I don't think this connects really close enough to the swamp area. And I picked up a bunch of core wood. Now, if you're building a nice base, core wood is, of course, absolutely critical. But I'm not, so we're good. So I needed what? I had 800 in the boat, which means I got about another 200 to go, which means I need to make 10 batches, which means 80 of my wood is going to go towards making arrows. So if I get like 200 wood, get rid of some of this. No, I keep the feathers. If I get like 200 wood, yeah, I think this should be reasonably safe. If I get 200 wood, and that's enough to head over. I'm going to eat this just on the off chance there's a leech. So now I've got the stuff there. Okay. Alright. This does not look to be one of those things that has core wood. I'm now at 150 or 40 wood, so I'm getting close. This is where the 3x resource multiplier comes in very nicely. I can never remember if it's pine trees or coal. Thinking it's going to be the pine trees, yeah, unfortunately. So I can pop those, pop those, pop those. I can get like one more wood in me, I think. Oh, there it is. So I have 100 and if I get rid of these rocks, well, I got 50 arrows, I'll be fine. I'm not going to need the full 1,000 arrows. I usually end up with 200-300 left over after this fight. Let's make this one last little batch of arrows. And I already had 50 on me, so I really only needed to make 150. So if I do like this, I'll have an extra, you know, I want a little bit extra in case I'm shooting stuff unrelated to Bonemass. Alright, so 72 wood. I've got 250 arrows on me. I've got almost 100 of those. I definitely don't need scraps, feathers, this or that. I'll keep the 5 wood or 5 stone just in case I need to make a little fire somewhere. You never know. You just never know. And now let's head over to the site. The wind is not at my back, but it's not at the front. So all I need is about 10 seconds. Maybe 20 seconds of good wind. And then I will be golden. Let me do something real quick. Where's my little landing site? Where's my fire? There it is. Alright, good. I'll have to probably make 2 trips to the boat for the arrows. And then we shall begin. Let's Tokyo drift our way in here. So we're facing outwards. So that when it comes time to get out of dodge, we're all ready to go. I'm going to grab a little bit of the stuff from the hold. Arrows, arrows, arrows. Shouldn't be a weight problem, it should just be a area problem. Now, I haven't been here, obviously, today. Which means there could have been some spawns. So I need to make sure I'm keeping a lookout for, you know, blobs, skeletons like this guy. Alright, you're done for. Here's my little fighting tower. I've tried to make it a little difficult to get in so the bad guys can't get me, and that works well. The only problem is it prevents me from getting in sometimes. Alright, some of this, I'm going to throw some wood. I'm going to keep the rock on me like I said. I'll throw some of the extra arrows here, because that's the full 1,000 already. So I already got 1,400 something. It's almost enough for both guys. But I do need to get a couple other things. If I would have brought like the whatchamacallit, the withered bones with me, I almost wouldn't have needed to go back. I already have a huge amount of stuff there. Alright, ski. Let's get some more loot. Grab these. I need the armors. I'm good on food. I'm good on milkshakes and sausages. We need the bones. The boat is pretty close. So I'm going to put that away. We're going to go back. We're going to finish getting our level 4 rested bonus. That's the only thing I could have done a little differently. Wouldn't make a huge difference, but let me see. What do I need to do? Am I ready to actually do this? I think so. I want to get a couple things moved around. And then let's put in the bones and start the fight. No reason to worry about rushing too much here. Close that up, come in here, grab some arrows. I got my bow skill up to 91 with my armor. Let me just do one last quick repairing of my bow. And there's the man in the position himself. No, I don't want fire arrows. Oh, look at the speed of this draw. I forgot to get that rested bonus I talked about. Dang it. Whoa! How did you boys get up here? Thought I had that blocked up pretty well. Actually, I'll leave you there. So, but it is worth knowing that they can shove each other into here. That's a really good thing to know. Let's go ahead. This is what I talked about. Sometimes you need to be able to make little construction side projects here, right? There. Now, let's see you get in here, buddy. I should have taken the time. I mentioned done the rested bonus. Alright, already one more arrow, plus 15. Now the way that this ends up working, see, he does that little poison stuff, it creates some bad guys. Doors are all closed. So they're going to be spawning around. There's going to be basically two types of dudes, right? There's going to be skeletons with bows, skeletons with swords, and blobs, right? That are spawned. And so when they spawn, like he does that thing, he's really angry, you see the green stuff come out, that's when he spawns people. But I think there's a maximum number of bad guys that he'll spawn. Like 10, right? So as long as he's spawning guys that can't get you, then I'm perfectly safe. And as long as I don't kill them, none of them are going to get to me. So I just avoid guys like him, because he's actually acting as a nice plug for anybody else that might spawn in there. Like I kill him, and skeleton and bone might show up and start shooting at me. It becomes a bit of an annoyance. Yeah, he's a big boy. He certainly is. He got a big old head. Now my calculations showed that it should take me about 500 arrows to kill him. However, in reality, it seems like it's generally more like 700. Now I know there's some unknown healing that he gets over time. Oh, gee, blob. You know, that reminds me, I should take my poison pot in case one of those boys gets through just like that. Okay, I think I'm hitting the... See, I don't want the blobs up here. Those guys are a little bit of a problem. I may have to do a couple things to kind of prevent that from happening again. Maybe like that. Maybe stick a little one on top here. Anywhere that I might be able to prevent him from working his way into here. Like I said, that's one of those reasons I like to keep a you never know when you're going to have to throw in a little bit of extra construction during the fight, you know? I've done this fight 3 times, and every time something happens that I'm not expecting, right? And when I say 3 times, I don't mean in my life, I mean in this no total, no map, hardcore combat, permadeath version. Now, Bonemass is normally considered kind of I don't know, he was a tougher one for me the first time I fought him. Because I was on the ground, I would never think about coming up top, so I was just running around, kiting and hitting mace, I think. So I think he's vulnerable to blunt damage? Maybe. But then I realized you can build a little fortress up here. His poison doesn't get you. His slams don't get you. If you set it up correctly. Oh, you know the other thing I forgot to do. Shoot. I didn't fill up my bonfire on the roof with wood. Which means when it gets dark, I'm going to be cold. I mean, maybe I could come at it from the underside. I'm concerned that if I take out one of these stone things to put the wood up there, it might actually make the bonfire break. But if that happens, sure. What problem's that for me, right? It wasn't working anyway. Now, it's possible it's still on. I won't know until it actually gets cold. And I won't actually know when it gets cold. Until I actually get cold, right? If the bonfire's there, I won't get cold. I won't know it's night. I don't see moonlight on the water yet. So I think it's still daytime. Yeah. This is where things start taking a little bit longer. Yeah, I've seen a couple times where the blobs actually like bounce off his head and make it up here. Anything else I need to do? Let's put these together. This. Grab another backup. Oh, that's, you know, every time I repair my bow, it makes you do that little, like it puts your bow away, and so then I go to take a shot at it and it makes me punch, and there's like that leap forward animation when you punch. I got really scared a couple of times, so I put these little wood things in. I don't know if they're thick enough to prevent me from falling. I don't want to shoot them. Now, if you're not familiar, when you're in hardcore mode, the damage that you're doing to Bonemass, to any creature in the game, it shows you, right? You saw those 13.7, 16.4, 14.5, right? That's actually not what you're doing to him. There was some confusion when I first started playing, and I've seen a lot discussed on Reddit, is when you do hardcore combat, people think it might give the creature extra hit points. It doesn't give them extra hit points. It decreases the amount of damage you're actually doing. And the formula is something a little stupid, but it works out to be like 75% of the damage you would normally be doing. It's not perfect, but it's close. Like, I think in my calculations, my damage should be somewhere around 13 to 17 maybe, or 10 to 14 I think it is. But you'll see like 13 to 17 because it's, you know, those are pre-adjusted numbers. Now they do extra damage to you, and when you get hit, the damage you see on you is actually correct. I guess they thought that would be a little too confusing. When you know that you have 113 health, for instance, you get hit for 10 and all of a sudden you have 90, and you're like, well, how did I get hit for 10 and lose 23? Alright, good. Got one guy there. How's my bow doing? Now see, I got cold. So I was right. See it? Do that little punch. You know, I may actually... I gotta be careful about how I do this, but let's give it a shot. Oh, they destroyed my stonecutter down below. Well, the other idea I could do is kill this guy and actually go up there. You know, I mean, it's not necessary, but I think it's make things a little more interesting. Oh, they actually somehow got destroyed. Oh, a skeleton spawned in there and killed it. Well, I'm just going to have to be cold, which is going to make my stamina go a little bit slower. I swear I had that right. That's always been one of my issues every time, was the fact that somebody spawns up there and kills the bonfire I have up there to keep me warm. And it's just annoying. Now, one thing I always got to keep an eye out, it's nighttime. I haven't seen... I've done Bonemass fights, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 times in total. Not this game, but 3 in this game. 3 a few other times, and I've never seen, knock on wood, a wraith show up. I almost wonder if it's like a intentional thing, because wraiths suck so much that if they allowed wraiths to come in, everybody would always die. And I tried, something I don't get. I tried, I'm afraid that if I take out any part of this roof, that it's not going to let me use my crafting table. But I can put a fire over in the corner, but it's 79. I started off at 76. And I'm hoping to make it to like 81 by the end of this. I'll grab a few more arrows. I'm going to put these away. I don't mean to be using those up. 15 on a full one. Alright, let's get a chest. Yeah. As long as my stamina's still coming up. Ooh, there we go. Son of a bitch. So even though I'm cold, the bow speed still isn't so bad. That's one of the nice things about it. Now, if I had frost arrows, this would be going sickeningly fast. Because they do about 6 times the speed of this. But the problem with frost arrows, A, you got to go into the mountains to get those. Never a good thing. If I destroy, like, one little piece over here, can I still repair? Yes, okay. So that means I should be able to make a fire over here. Every time I try to park, I'm smoking myself out. Alright. Where'd you go, bro? I want you over here. And the thing that's really bad about this thing, not only was I smoking myself out because of the fire, which was already bad enough, but then I would, even after I took the fire out, I would still be taking smoke damage for like a long time. Like really badly. Really badly. And so that was done. So I had to like run out of my base and almost get whacked by somebody. Because I couldn't breathe. And then I got I think I had a poison pot on, so it wasn't the end of the world, but I think it'd still be a little unnerving, you know? See, I'm glad I'm not cold. And then my stamina again will be really slow. Anything else that I need to be aware of? Throw some bones on them. I went the wrong way. As I always do. Now you don't have to draw all the way. If you draw, if you let go too early, it adjusts and lowers the damage that you do, which kind of stinks. But it's almost worth it. You can still let go at a certain point, maybe halfway, and still get the full damage. And then you get a lot more shots in because it's less stamina use. Alright, so he's got what, about 10% left? I got your power. Last game, I almost died from cleaning up the creatures after I killed Bonemass. I can't believe a skeleton was able to spawn where that bonfire was without dying and kill it. It's just mind-boggling to me. Unless, I'll bet the fire was out and he was able to spawn back. Okay, that's what it was. I'll go up after this fight. Rebuild it. I didn't say the last time, the 2 times I had it working, it never got killed. But I had said that I thought the bonfire might be out, right? I don't know if I'm still cold or not. I always get very nervous about killing Bonemass during the night. Yeah, I'm seeing moonlight on the water. I can always test it out by killing the fire and see. Hours away, but you get a little worried about rates. I guess I started too early in the day. How close am I to What's my... Well, I guess I just have to wait for it to say day 100, 86 or whatever, and then I'm out. So the world save at 30 seconds is usually pretty close to when the fight's over. I expect pretty soon. I thought I put the fire arrows away. Go ahead and but did it just say that it was daytime? And I missed it? I think maybe it did. I'm going to get rid of that fire and see. Yeah, I am not cold. So how many arrows do I have on me at the end? Is it enough to actually do the fight without going and building more arrows? Looks like it might be. Yeah, I still got 1,000 on me. I'm going to activate my other armor for just a second. I'm still pretty loaded up pretty well here. It's not dark, but it's not light either. I know there's a skeleton. Ooh, I'm be careful about that. Is this skeleton the one that's taking shots at me? I'm hitting that. Alright. Oh yeah, he took out a bunch of the roof parts too. I mean, if I were a skeleton, I'd do the same thing. Alright, so let's put the bonfire down. It's an invalid placement because I'm standing there. Alright, another placement. Now I can make some roof parts. I did 45-degree roof parts. Probably it's hard to see. Gotta be careful, this guy's shooting this thing that I'm on here. Gotta be careful these guys don't actually blow up my ladders when I'm on them and I end up falling and dying. That would be really embarrassing. Okay, so I need to do two things. So first I need to light this sucker out. Maybe do one last 45-degree roof part here. Couple, I think that's right. Okay, that should keep me warm throughout this fight. I almost feel the need to kill whatever archer that is, just because I find him terribly annoying. And I am going to have to go down to put the bones in. So I should, gotta be aware that, alright, I don't have poison on me, so I'm going to put the poison pot on. Oh, that's right, that was blow the stuff. You know, one of these days I'm going to smart enough and I'll make the stone cutter up a little bit higher. Just have to build ladders down for now. Where is this guy that keeps shooting at me? Is he down in the middle of all the blocks? Is that what's going on? Definitely not the most ideal way to be getting down from this. Geez, that's a lot of blobs. Now, maybe I'm going to focus on killing them from up top here a little more before I come down. Make sure I'm not. I think I might have hit my little thing there a few times. Okay. I got the bows up to 80. That's what I wanted, right? Is that Skelly still alive? Yeah, good. I get to have the fun of actually beating him with my mace. Okay. Alright. So, maybe this time, let's not put the stone cutter, or leave the stone cutter down below. Alright. Let's start. Let's see, nobody else is coming. Let's make the stone cutter. And then let's start making the stone stairs. Is that about right? Yeah, looks good. And this is looking about right. It should meet up with my original one pretty actually well. Huh. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty spot on, huh? Alright, so now what I'm going to do, a couple things real quick, but wasn't the greatest, but let's fatten up this railing a little bit. I mean, we all know this railing's not going to last very long, so it doesn't need to last super long, just long enough for me to get up to the top. Alright, now I need to put the stone cutter someplace safe. And I think what I'm going to do, I mean, I don't even really need it now. Now it's just more of like a, I can keep it in the box even. And just use it later if I need it. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this. I'll turn these back on. I'll throw that there, because why not? We've got the 1,000 arrows. I'll put a bunch on me. There's 700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put these in here. And I'm going to put 800 arrows on me. And so I should never have to take another arrow out. That was kind of a cool red glow off of the water there. I wonder what caused it. Eclipse or something? I know there's about to be one more massive bone death loss. Now, before I do this, now that they're all dead, now that the bonfire is going, I should be able to dry off and get myself a rested bonus of about 11 minutes. Why am I not getting a rested bonus? Is it? Oh, is it because of the roofs that collapsed? Maybe. Maybe I need to fatten this back up, this thatch roof. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Huh. Gotta remember there's no rail there, huh? I'm glad there was a stairway though there. Could have been a very embarrassing death to what was otherwise a pretty good permadeath run. Still, oh, rusting. Only one though. If I go over here, do I get more? 3. 3 is about what I was expecting. That should be, what, like 14 minutes? 16 minutes? I could have brought up some easy comfort stuff for a few more minutes, but it's not that critical. Only 10 minutes. Okay. Not as much as I was hoping, but it's something. Let's do this thing. Okay, one more time. It should be my last time in this game. So you're all closed. I got my stuff. Should probably repair that. Get it back out so I don't go and do my normal stupid stuff. Oh, here he is. Here's the brother. Now every time he's shooting the original one, and he's spawns, guys. I really need to keep an eye out just to make sure, like, there's no, you know, blobs or something that are going to pop up that I'm not expecting. There is one skelly up there, but right now he seems to be kind of in a weird limbo. I don't know how late in the day it is. I don't think it's too late in the day, which means I'm probably going to end up running into a situation where I get to the end. I'm just afraid that he's going to actually end up shooting the roof and killing that bonfire. I don't want that. So I'm going to risk some other, you know, guys spawning in a bad, inopportune spot. I don't think we got him about 1/8 already. There, Tyler. Oops. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about, the blob. Yeah, these guys make their way up. Look, they have some. Now, who's beating on a door? Is there a skelly right there? That sounded like a iron thing getting hit. Gotta make sure I take advantage of my rested bonus as much as possible. So I only get it for 10 minutes. 3 minutes have already gone by, and I've only taken out about, this is one of those weird fractions. It's not quite a third, but it's probably more than a third. Oh, hey! See, what the fuck was that? How can you spawn a blob right up on my platform? That's why I keep poisoning pops going the whole time, because you never know. Let's repair the bow. Yeah, let's not shoot the forge. Let's repair it, and then let's take the bow out so I don't fall. Every once in a while you see it say resting, which it normally doesn't do if there's any enemies coming after you. Which means at some moment they just like are perfectly aligned where none of them are coming after you. Wow, that's a lot of blobs. They're going to be dropping the force. I don't want the blobs hanging out too close to me. For obvious reasons, I think. He jumped down, okay. This has been a lot more of a blob-heavy opening than I'm used to. Still good on food, good on bow, good on poison. Swinging at something he was angry at. I can't think of anything I had down there he might be swinging at. Something like another monster from another biome wandered over? That seemed like a long way to go. I know there's some swamps around, not swamps, plains around. And I've definitely seen plains creatures wander into swamps. But never this far. Okay, I'd say I'm at 3/8. decide that it does become night, I gotta be extra vigilant because I could just imagine that last time I'm doing this, a raid's gonna show up. And if that happens, I at least want to have Bonemass power on. I think there would be a certain, if I survive, poetic justice to me using the Bonemass power to survive a fight with Bonemass. 3.5 minutes left, and I would say I'm almost at half. I'm aware of 2 arrows that I've missed so far. One that was just a weird shot. I've had a couple that have hit fences and things as well. Yeah, maybe about 10, 15. It's always funny when your shots are actually going faster than the animation. Bow's getting low. All the stamina's regenerating. Let's go ahead and fix that. Oh, geez, poison's still good. Shoot him in the head a few times. Food's still going well. I'm gonna keep up with all these things. Skill never go up in a while. Ooh, it's a lot of arrows. Let's have 2/3 done. I was hoping to see it say resting. What's this left? That's a weird shot. Alright, my time might get to about 3/4 dead before my rusted bonus runs out. Better than I've done before. I don't even see any moonlight. But I can see the kills coming. And actually get out of dodge while it's still daylight. I don't know what I want to though. Because one of my other goals was to actually go to that crypt over across the way there. Somebody's beating on something all of a sudden. I hope it's nothing like somebody figured out some super important post that I have that's holding up this whole platform and they're down there beating it. I think they summoned right on the platform. Now they're just attacking my supports. 82. I was hoping to get to 85. I may need to end up fighting him one more time. I'm probably only going to get to like 83. Maybe 84. 84 is probably fine. Unless I could just maybe get it done. Yeah, it just got dark. Now, herein lies the question. Do I kill it and then try to make my way out of dodge and hope that a wraith doesn't get me? There's a crypt right over there. I don't have the key on me, it's in the boat. So to do so, I would need to run back to the boat, probably drop off some stuff, get the key, come back here, and make my way to the crypt, all while trying not to die from a wraith. But if I don't do that, it's going to be like several minutes of hanging out up here. Which, you know, in and of itself isn't the end of the world. But I also don't have a ton of arrows that I would want to take into the swamp with me. Or into the crypt. Because that's where I want it to be more. Boy, this is one of those times, man, where you go, how careful am I going to insist on being? Because the boat's just right over there. I feel like I should be able to make it out of the swamp pretty okay. Could be a really dumb move, but this is a long time to wait. I'm just going to go for it. Grab those fire arrows out of here for afterwards. Get some healing pots up here that I'll probably need. Maybe even put on my real armor. Oh, it's supposed to be these roads. Okay. Alright, and so now it's a matter of making sure that wraiths aren't coming while I'm up here in my little tower. I want to take a poison pot. I was under shelter. There's too many bad guys for me to rest. Yeah, he's the one that's beating up on that thing. Who's doing that beating? Gotta keep that wraith lookout. They come fast. at it. I should start when I'm under shelter. Nope. Still sounds like one more guy. Where is he? Is he on the stairs? No? I can hear him, but I can't see him. Where are you? Because of you, I can't rest. Oh, you're in some weird place. Alright. Alright, shelter. Give me shelter. Sound like Rolling Stones. Comfort, resting. This is what I want to see. Turning on my fire arrows. No. As soon as I get that comfort, I'm going to repair my boat. Actually, real quick. And then I'm going to slowly-ish grab my stuff. Ooh. I'm confused here in the dark. All the while, keeping an eye out for wraiths. I hear a skeleton. Oh, I got some heads to pick up. Low food's not a good thing when you might be fighting wraiths. And just to be safe, if one sneaks up on me, I want Bonemass. And I think a lot of times they are close to the shores. I think this way is roughly the way I want to go. Maybe it's a little more this way. Yeah, it's definitely a little more this way. It just said, world save in 30 seconds, which means world save in 30 seconds. It means it's getting near the end of the day. Alright, so we got 2 Bonemass heads from that run. Not too bad. I've got a crap ton of resin over here, so I'm probably going to make a boatload of fire arrows and then go back to where the Bonemass was, because there was a crypt there, and then probably spend some time farming some iron that I'll take back with me. In the meantime, hey, you go back up there, buddy. Should have jumped off first. Be careful jumping off the boat, though. Because as you know, with the swamp right there, there are going to be leeches in this water. And I would hate to accidentally die because I wasn't paying attention to the swamp. Don't care about you, care about you. I don't need the wishbone on me, but I will need a key. Everything else looks kind of okay. Let's keep backing up a little bit so I can get here and save. I'm not going to actually go to the swamp now, because I actually got some stuff I got to do, but I'm going to get in here and save, and then I am done for now. I hope everybody has a good day, and Skull and all that other good Viking stuff. Catch you later.